What's the biggest hidden risk in your operation right now? You probably have an answer for production, financials, safety. What about your supply chain? Many leaders believe their supply chain is optimized because it's lean and cost effective. They follow the standard playbook, but that relentless focus on cost often hides a critical weakness, a single point of failure that can bring everything to a halt. We saw it play out during COVID, but it doesn't take a global crisis. Even one localized event can stop you cold. Today, I want to show you how to spot that weakness before it finds you. Let me tell you about a real situation. Highly successful manufacturer, we'll call them Company X, had a supply chain that looked perfect on paper, lean, efficient, optimized for cost. They relied on one supplier for a key component, and that supplier relied on one source for raw material. 2 steps down from the chain, invisible to Company X, then the disruption hit. Not a global catastrophe, just a localized flood that shut down the Tier 2 facility for a month. The result? Disaster. Components stopped flowing, production lines went silent, orders slipped, contracts were at risk, customers lost confidence. Financial damage piled up. They thought they engineered efficiency. In reality, they engineered their own shutdown. So why'd this happen? Because the definition of optimization was outdated. Traditional consulting stops at the spreadsheet. They show you savings from single source and reduced inventory, then they hand you a binder and say good luck and walk away. But a binder won't save you when a port closes, or a supplier strikes, or a Tier 2 vendor goes underwater. Cost cutting isn't strategy, it's brittle, and brittle supply chains always break. This is where we come in. At Design Systems, our work doesn't end with our recommendations, it begins there. We engineer solutions that stand up to the real world. For a partner like Company X, our process would have been different from day one. We would have mapped their full supply chain, all the way to their critical Tier 2 and 3 suppliers. That analysis would have flagged their single source risk immediately. And the fix wouldn't have been complicated. It could simply mean qualifying a secondary supplier in another region, adding a targeted buffer of critical components, or running digital simulations that stress test the supply chain against real-world scenarios. This isn't about adding waste. It's about smart, precise investments that make your supply chain efficient in the best of times and resilient in the worst. That's the difference between a theoretical plan and an engineered foolproof operation. So I'll ask you again, what's the hidden risk in your supply chain? If you don't know, it's not a matter of if disruption will hit, it's when. Don't settle for surface level answers or another consultant's binder to be added to your bookshelf. Work with a partner who engineers resilience, from the strategy to the shop floor. At the end of the day, that's what we do at Design Systems.